Welcome back to a short Legacy League Vintage Saturday, Oath and Tail vs. Shops. Got some exciting gameplay with Hunter on Oath and Tail and Ryan on Shops. Hunter's gonna lead off with a whole bunch of shit here. It looks like a Mana Crypt, an Ancestral Recall with a Tropical Island. He's gonna draw 3 cards there, very vintage-like. We'll see what he can do here against this Shops deck. It's gonna pass it back over to Ryan after playing that Black Lotus. So Ryan's going to lead off here with a Shop and a Patchwork Automaton. See if he can follow that up with anything else to make that Patchwork grow. He does, and that Patchwork is going to pick up a 1/1 counter on it. Anything else? We're going to see a Mental Misstep on that Soul Ring. Good stuff from Hunter to counter that. And then we'll see a Mox Emerald making that Patchwork grow one more time. So into turn, we'll see a Sack of the Lotus and a Mystical Tutor, perhaps? Nope, a Vampiric Tutor. Looks like we're going to go get probably a creature, because he does have Show and Tell in his hand. We've got that upkeep cost to take 3 damage on the Mana Crypt, and then we'll draw a card and go from there. He does go get an Atraxa to play the Show and Tell, and we'll see how that goes. So Show and Tell, and then we have an Atraxa to come in. See what Ryan has as well. And Ryan has any second now. He has a Revoker, so he can name something. He could name the Mana Crypt with it as well. He just can't name a land. So it is pretty nice. I've had that happen to me over Eternal Weekend, where I had the Revokers name my Moxes, and that was pretty tough for me because I was hurting on lands. So we'll see the Atraxa trigger. Looks like he's got a couple things there: Show and Tell, a Time Vault, but that's what he's going to keep there. It's going to keep a Demonic Tutor, Time Vault, Oath, and a land, and putting the rest back on the bottom of his library. And looks like we got a Saga to play. Nope. Yep, there it is, Saga to play, and we'll see a pass over to Ryan. See if he can do anything against this this Atraxa that he's got there. There's a Wasteland to take him off that Saga, which is pretty good. All right, so we're gonna do this first. So I think we're gonna pay 2 life, and we're gonna use a Phyrexian Metamorphose to copy the Atraxa, and then he'll also get a trigger off of that. Look at the top 10 cards of his library. So Tomb, Golem, Karn, Sphere, Mox, and sorry about that. I got a text message there, but it is a couple things. All right, so another trigger on that Patchwork Automaton, and let's see if he's going to use that Nope, he's not going to use the Wasteland. And then looks like we're going to play the Lodestone Golem. All right, so Golem's out as well. So now all non-artifact spells cost 1 more to cast. So we'll see if people remember that correctly or they don't. Got a roll there from the Mana Crypt, and we'll see what Hunter can do. He can attack for 7, get that Phyrexian Metamorphose off the ground, and then he can play a Shop. It's going to cost 3 mana to do, and then he's going to pass that over. All right, so it looks like we've got a couple things here. We've got a Wasteland. We'll probably play now to get that Tomb off the board. Or not that Tomb, but that Saga off the board. And, alright, 4 mana, 5 mana, 2 from that, to play a Karn, which cannot be done. So something new here for our vintage viewers is added a misplay counter here. This does come into a pretty big thing at the end here, because you can't use Mishra'sworkshop Workshop to cast the Karn. And he could have gotten around that by playing Karn off of the 2 Moxes and then playing the Cage off of it, but he didn't. So something interesting you just saw there was he triggered the Oath, and Cage just stops it from coming into play. So he was able to get the Atraxa off the top of his library and then just draw it. So we'll see a trade there, and now we'll go to the next step here. So let's see, drew a Mox. So here's misplay number 3, because he didn't have to pay any mana because Lodestone Golem says non-artifact spells. Artifact spells do not cost any additional mana to cast, which is one of the reasons why Lodestone Golem was restricted in Vintage. So another Phyrexian Revoker, and Hunter's going to call it. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game number 2. Both players have kept 7. We'll see Hunter lead off on an Emerald, a Lotus, and quite a few things here. An Ancestral Recall. He has the cheat code enabled where he gets all of the power when he keeps 7, unlike me who never sees it ever in my deck. So, must be nice. He has 2 blue mana floating still, and he has an Oko in his hand, so he could technically play this Oko here this turn. Let's see what he chooses to do. Oh, he also has the thing that fucking makes spirit tokens that helps the Oath deck as well. So there's that, and then there's the Oath. So, yuck. That is a pretty good start there for Hunter, and he's going to pass the turn over. As everybody passes over to Ryan. Ryan does have the Stone Brain in his hand, so we'll see him lead off with a Saga here. He also has a Mox Pearl and a Mana Crypt in his hand, so he'll be able to play that Stone Brain and use it. He'll Stone Brain. He'll probably name Atraxa here, not knowing that the Angel is something that that Hunter plays, and the Angel actually will win him this game off the Oath trigger, so we'll see that happen. A misplay on the Stone Brain is also not counted in our misplay counter because it is supposed to be exiled at the when it's activated, which is why some decks who use Karn can utilize it very well. So, and there's Karn in his hand as well. We're going to pack that up, see you in game number 3. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game number 3. Both players have kept 7, and we'll see Ryan lead off on a Workshop into a Thorn of the Amethyst. Hunter will probably force that just because that is a really good card against Hunter, and he's going to pitch a flash to that, and we'll see a pass back over probably right now, unless there's anything else he wants to play. So draws a Trop, has a Mox in his hand, and a Show and Tell, but not too much to get the Show and Tell out this turn. There's a Boseiju in his hand as well. Surprised he doesn't fire off the Boseiju right away on that Workshop, but I guess I can see it either way. Strip Mine on the Tropical Island, floats a blue, or green. Let's see. Ryan doesn't go to his next phase, and it's like he's going to play the Lodestone. Hunter draws, and he's going to tap to play a Petal, which he doesn't actually have to. So that's a misplay counter uptick there. And then he's pointing out that he already played the land for turn. So, alright. Ryan has a Saga in his hand. Plays it. And let's see what else he's got. He can use that to play the Ring. So here's another misplay here. You don't, again, have to pay the additional mana for artifacts because Lodestone Golem says non-artifact spells cost 1 more. And then coming from Hunter, he's going to tap and play a Sapphire, which he didn't have to, and he could have Show and Tell this turn. Well, he still can actually, but he didn't need to sacrifice the Petal for it. And then we see a Tabernacle come out versus a Angel. So we got some Tabernacle stuff we have to pay for. So there's a misplay there because, well, no, it's not a misplay yet. I take that back. So yes, he can pay for the Lodestone Golem there on that. And then, let's see, Ryan draws, picks up an Ancient Tomb. Saga goes up to 2. We'll see 5 mana. Oh, 4 mana. Playing the Karn, which is incorrect because Karn is not an artifact, so it would technically cost 5 mana to cast. But you also can't use the Mishra's Workshop to cast Karn because Karn is not an artifact. So funny enough. But then we're going to play... Let's see what he would do here. But now we're going to forget about that being non-artifact, and we're going to play the... we're going to play the Null Rod through that. And then Hunter's going to strip mine probably the Saga here, which would make the most sense. But realistically, he should probably hit the Ancient Tomb because the Ancient Tomb is the only thing that could have made him mana there. There's a Null Rod out, so anything that Ryan got is no good. Misplay there because the Null Rod's out, and you can't use the Mox to pay for the Lodestone Golem. You also can't use the Ring to tap for mana because the Null Rod's out. Hunter does catch that in just a second. So we'll see a Wasteland there. And then let's see what else. What other misplays can we do here? So there's 5 mana. Yep, so we can't do that because of Null Rod. And I'm not sure if he drew the Wasteland off of the whatchamacallit anyway. But that goes back on top after a shuffle. And let's see what Ryan has now. So looks like I don't quite sure what he has in his hand there, but I can guarantee it's the wrong fucking thing. So right after we announce that the Null Rod is no good, we're gonna play a Stone Brain, and then we're gonna activate it with the Null Rod out. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Hunter's not gonna do anything about it, and attack Ryan for 5 there, and untap. He'll take 2 damage from the ring. We'll see a draw, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.